What is up, guys? It is the day before we fly out to nationals. We are getting all packed up and ready to go to Virginia tomorrow. Let's go.
So we're boarding, and it's gonna be like an 8-hour flight. We're gonna make it there at 1, and then you have to race the GT in the morning.
What's up, guys? So we have landed in Roanoke, Virginia. It's like 12:30 in the morning. Eli is racing a time trial in like 12 hours. So it's pretty wild, but we made it. We're excited to be here, and it's gonna be a fun next 4 days of racing, and hopefully we can bring home some national titles. So let's head to the hotel, get a good night's sleep. Eli, get you ready for your time trial tomorrow. Let's go.
Got all the bikes built up, ready for tomorrow. Now we're getting ready for bed, trying to get as much sleep as possible for tomorrow, and then we'll be on the bike and racing. Let's go.
All right, guys, got like 5 hours of sleep last night. First time flying our bikes, went perfectly, so super stoked about that. Now we're gonna head out to the time trial, get Eli boy hopefully a national title. Eli, how you feeling on 5 hours of sleep?
Pretty good for that. Slept pretty good, but I don't know how my body's doing. We'll see how we go on the bike.
Let's head to the time trial. Alright guys, Eli's coming in. It's gonna be super close. He's looking solid, but we'll see if he can get it. Let's go, Eli! Go, go! Push it, push it, push it! Push it! I don't think he quite got it. I think he's in third, so solid effort by Eli. Post-TT Eli ended up on the podium, 4th or 5th, we don't know yet. How does it feel? How's the effort?
Wow. I'm not a TT guy. Wow. I'm not a TT guy. Wow. I'm not a TT guy. I was doing good. I kind of lost it right before the turnaround. Good job, Ethan. And then that's when I really kind of slowed down a little bit. But after that, I was doing pretty good. This last hill, I just went full out. So 5th. No, I'll take it.
Solid effort.
In 4th place for Pros Ride Bikes, let's welcome up Eli Watson. And your 2023 national champion, Kyson Smith.
Now we're gonna pre-ride Jack's course, and then after that, we're gonna get home. Jack's left a little bit on the way here. Ready for a nap, ready to go to bed. And then Jack will be racing tomorrow, so let's go. Yep.
Alright guys, post pre-ride of the road race. The course, oh my goodness, it is beautiful. It looks pretty flowy kinda. There's a lot of punchy climbs, but I feel like we'll roll over them, and then it ends with this massive 500-meter 15% kicker, which it's gonna be an insane finish. So we're looking forward to it. Now we're gonna go grab some food, get a good night's sleep after last night, and then do the road race. Let's go.
About to go.
There's your whistle, there's your whistle. This is our junior 15 to 16. 3 laps.
Day 2, we are jumping into my road race. This is the Junior Men 15-16 National Road Race Championships. And man, it was a hot and humid day. Yeah, I did not prepare well for this race at all. I prepared for this race like a SoCal criterium, which let me tell y'all, a SoCal criterium and a Virginia road race are very different. So I did not come into this race well hydrated enough. Yeah, it was definitely not one of my best days. But let's see how this race unfolds.
So it's been a pretty chill lap this first couple miles until the first major climb. Jack, how was this climb?
Yeah, so I was super out of position. I was actually chilling at the back with Braden, and we were like, we need to move up, but the full road was kind of just taken up. So my plan was to like use the slingshot effect to move up, because it's a downhill into this 15% climb, but it didn't really work out that way. So now I'm just near the back, and riders are getting dropped left and right. So I'm having to close down gaps, and I was expecting to get a feed from Eli, which I was gonna pour all over myself, a cold shower feed, but Eli, you kind of milked it. You were like hiding behind someone, and then I didn't see you and I missed it. Eli, what were you thinking?
Yeah, it was like we had our dad doing the Instagram videos on the right side, so I think you just kind of you saw him first, right, and then just kind of moved towards him. But I was on the other side of the road holding the water bottle out, and all the other people that were doing SAG were standing in like exactly the middle of the road, while everybody came and like barely gave him any room. But I saw you, and like I tried to get to you, but just couldn't like make other riders move.
Yeah, so I missed my feed from Eli, and then I'm having to close down gaps over the top of this hill, and I'm chasing hard on the descent. My heart rate, I set a new PR, was like 207 for over a minute, max of 208, and now I'm chasing super hard, and I get really close. I probably would have closed the gap, but like out of nowhere, I don't know, the heat just got to me, and I started feeling really dizzy. So I put a foot down, and I just like couldn't keep balance or something, and fell over there was a grass patch right there, and the moto came up to me, and they were like, hey, there's an ambulance up at the next corner, you should probably pull out. So Gregory came and poured some water on me. He rode me up to the corner, and then I ended up dropping out and getting in the sweeper van, which was not what I was looking for or expecting, and I was really bummed. Yeah, the race did not go how I wanted it to.
Jack, how's the race? What happened?
Yeah, it was so hot and humid out there. I was feeling not horrible, not my best, and then up the climb, it just punched it, and I started falling back. Missed my cold shower feed from Eli, and then I was chasing on, hit like 50 on the descent, and then it was a climb after, and I started feeling really dizzy and unclipped, and then just sort of fell over from heat stroke. My heart rate was like 208, so not my best day. Ended up dropping out, and yeah. So not the result I wanted or was looking for. Pretty disappointed and bummed, but you have your good days and your bad days, so we're really looking forward to the crit on Saturday, and hopefully we can make something happen. Let's go.
Okay, so we're this is day 3 of nationals. It's my road race today, and we're driving over. We just did a little ride with Braden and Jude, one more, and then we're on our way to over. And my road race is gonna only be like 20 miles. It's something. It's a little short, but we'll see how it goes. It's like pretty late into the day, like 5:50, 6 o'clock. Feeling pretty good. Legs pretty warmed after this little cruise that we just did. But after the TT, lots of strong guys out in my field. Gonna be a hard day. There is absolutely no plan. Just don't race stupid.
All right, guys, got a bunch of cold water. Got my bag ready to be #1 feeder for Eli. Braden and Jude gonna help us today, keep Eli cool. And yeah, hopefully Eli can bring home the national title. So let's go.
Eli Watson.
Yes, sir. Woo! Let's go, Eli. Let's go, Eli. Let's go. All right, guys, Eli's off. He started his road race, and now we're headed to the feed zone. We're gonna pour some water on him every lap, maybe give him a bottle if he needs it. But it's such a short race that I don't think he'll need any nutrition. So we're just trying to keep him cool, keep him calm, and hopefully, I think he's looking pretty strong. I'm feeling this one today. I think he's got it. But you know, there's a lot of strong competition out here too, so we'll see how he does. Alrighty, day 3. This is Eli's road race, junior men 13-14 national championships. Eli, how are you feeling going into this? Coming off of a 4th place in the time trial. Yeah, what was your plan?
My plan was to literally just try and sit in, because like everybody likes to go really hard on these first lap, but like it was neutralized the first couple miles, so people weren't going hard. But when they let them go, they went full gas. All these juniors went full gas, so I knew just to like sit in, maybe take a couple pulls, but like not absolutely destroy myself and wait for the hills, because like this 2-minute hill that's like 15% really gets everybody. It kills everybody. So we had to do it like 4 times and wait for the sprint, and the finish is like right there, like flattens out a little bit, and then the finish is right there. So you just had to be, I had to be ready.
Yeah, so it's only a 20-mile road race, which for you it's probably like an hour or so, yeah, which is a pretty short road race. So you didn't really need a feed or anything, but you had me, Braden, and Jude on the sideline giving you water to pour on yourself. The heat and humidity wasn't as bad as my road race, but it was still a big factor for us because we're not used to it. So how did that affect you?
The heat, it was I was definitely had to get used to it the first couple days, but like going into it, the heat distribution around my body was pretty good, so I felt okay. I didn't feel as great. It's not as great as Southern California, but we still tried my hardest and still tried to keep very cool going around. And like this race, it was really hard to like the first, like when it was neutralized, really hard to move up. Like the road's pretty small, and like everybody wants to use the whole road, so like we're all spread around, and like I'm pretty much in the back right now, so I can't really do anything. But I'm trying to get up to the front because they're about to let everybody go, and they're just gonna go nuclear.
Yeah, the first climb, so many people got shelled, taken off the back, and then y'all came into like a lead group of 10 or so, right? So y'all must have been going insanely hard. How did the first lap compare to the others?
The first lap was definitely like the hardest, but the easiest because you had the most energy during then. But the hardest because like everybody else has the most energy. So like we're all trying to go as hard as we can and drop the guys that can't hang. And like it's just like 5 of us rotating on the front, all the strongest 5 guys, and like we're all shelling ourselves too early, too early. So like we all knew we're about to die, and like people are attacking, so like everybody has to cover it. Like again, it's a junior race. If one person goes, the whole field goes. So like nobody's gonna let the wheel go until like they actually can't hold the wheel, and like they're too bored for it, they're like too tired for it. So that's how these junior races are. But this road race was actually pretty hard for like a 55-minute road race. It was like I did my time on the front, but everybody else was going pretty hard. And like it was just tough.
Did you try any attacks, or were you just sitting in for the most part, taking your turns on the front?
Sitting in for most of the race, but I did do a couple attacks just to drop the extra couple guys that kind of hang. But like right here, I'm on the front, and like I didn't want my pulls to like just milk it up this hill. I still wanted them to like actually mean something, so I'm actually going pretty hard right here. I think I should have taken it a little easier, but like it's pretty strung out, and like everybody's trying to hang on, so that's what I really wanted to be.
Yeah, so let's skip to the finish climb and see how it plays out.
Eli, you good? Eli, you good? You want water?
Right, John? You missed.
Oh, there's already guys shelled. This dude shelled.
Alright guys, Eli's coming lap 2. We got a bottle for him. We kind of milked it on the first time, giving him the bottle. Take it and pour it on yourself. Take it and pour it. Pour all of it. Throw it. Good job. You're crushing it. Here comes Eli in for the 3rd feed of the day. 3rd lap. Take it and dump it. Braden's at the top with another bottle. Braden's at the top with another bottle. Go, go, go. Keep going. You're crushing. Let's go. You got this. Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Stay on the pace. There's only 10 of y'all left.
One guy crashed.
What? Alrighty, before we talk about the finish of this road race, Eli, someone crashed. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, and so one of our guys in our group of 10, 15-ish people for the front group, he full sent it, tried doing an attack on the descent and like the rollers a little bit, and like he just full sent it. He was going so fast, and it was a pretty sharp turn. You had to definitely use your brakes, and he took it too hot, and all of us, he just kept getting a gap when he hit the turn, and like he just kept getting that gap. So we all knew to brake, but I think he was just like, oh, I have to get off the front. This is my chance to get off the front. Let's just go as fast as we can. So at first I thought he would make it, but then he started to ride in the grass going like 35 to 40, and then he just hit all the bushes, and I only saw his bike when I passed. So it was kind of scary, but then I was like, everybody else is just like all go, so you can't wait for anybody.
But props to this kid. He got up out of the bushes and finished this race. Still came in like 10th place or something, so huge comeback for him. But now, Eli, let's talk about the finish of this climb. Everyone attacks from the bottom. What do you have to say about it?
Well, one guy attacked from the bottom. Everybody just tried to follow real fast, and like the thing is, it's like a 2-minute hill, so like you have to do 450 for 2 minutes, and like it hurts so much, and like we've already done the hill 3 times before it, so all our legs were gassed, and like this kid just went full nuclear on us, and he just went up the hill really fast. And we were all kind of shocked, and like 3 guys were able to like hang on his wheel ish before they kind of got dropped halfway up, and they got like what, 2nd and 3rd, and like he just kept this guy in the Trek, the pink Trek, he just kept going for ages, and congrats to him, he made it all the way, and like we were all very shocked, but he was just so strong, and he deserved the win.
Yeah, so that's Eli came in 5th for the junior men, 13-14, back-to-back podiums. We'll see what you can make happen in the crit.
Let's go. The first lap, everybody just wanted to get tear legs off, tear legs off. So they went really hard on the on every hill. And then on the 2nd lap and 3rd lap, I milked it on the front going up the hill, the big hill. And then on the last lap, some kid from the bottom attacked from the bottom. Everybody tried to follow, but he put in a really hard dig and just kept it. He held it. He stuck it to the finish. But it was far and hard. Whew. Crit tomorrow.
Let's go, Eli.
Woo. 2023 national champ Preston Wrong.
E. Pre-race crit day. Today's your day. How you feeling?
Get it.
Pre-race, Eli, how we feeling?
Good. A little humid. We'll see how it goes. I like the course.
Hot
Kind
and
of technical.
humid.
Lots of bumps. Very bumpy.
I think it suits you. It's gonna be a good race.
For pros ride bikes, it's Eli Watson. On a top step development.
Let's go, Eli!
From Cadence Development, Kaizen Smith.
Alrighty guys, first crit of the day. We are jumping into Eli's race, which is the Junior Men 13-14 National Criterium Championships. And it is a stacked field. Eli got a 3rd place call up, so right on the front line and just off the bat doing 700 watts up to speed. Eli, what was your plan going into this race?
It was mostly just to sit in, maybe do a couple attacks, but at the end just like try and win the sprint, and maybe just try and drop all the slow guys that were a little bit in the way in the first like half of the race. And like there were a lot of kids in it, but like I kind of didn't like trust them as much, so like I couldn't really move past them in the beginning, so like I'm already kind of far back right here.
Yeah, so you're sitting like mid-pack, and dude, the front guys are hammering. So you definitely need to move up towards the front more. Gaps are opening left and right, so you do a good job at weaving your way through the peloton, and yeah, you just got to get up there or else you're gonna get gapped out. And coming up, you can see just around that corner all the little gaps that are opening that turn into big gaps. So were you nervous at all when you saw that?
A little bit. I knew I had to get up there because they were all thinking the same thing, but like the thing is, in like this part, just like staying in the draft really helps to pass people, and like I knew I had to get up there. It was kind of scary. Like I could see gaps forming up ahead, and I was like, can't get dropped, can't miss it.
Yeah, so this could have been a scary first lap of the race, but you do a good job at realizing it and putting the power down to get up there. And thankfully the front guys were doing a speed that they can't hold, so they ended up slowing up and you bridged the break all the way up there. But the good news is, in the process of that first lap, the road race winner from the day prior had gotten dropped, so that was really good news for you. And were you excited about that?
Yeah, at first, but the thing is, it's like they slowed down kinda in the mid pack, so it was pretty slow. But this first beginning, it was like everybody was trying to like get up there, but like not waste out all their energy, and like people were getting dropped one by one. And like the guy behind me right now, he's just sitting on letting me pull all the way to the front and get us back up there.
Yeah, so the finish, y'all are in a group of like 10 right now. The road race leader actually ended up crawling his way back on. But were you like trying to push the pace, attack, or were you just sitting in the back? Because you're kind of tail gunning right here. What's going through your mind right now?
Pretty much just to recover, and I did attack once just to like see the field, see how everybody's legs were doing, and like maybe try and like get maybe like 2 people off the back.
Oh yeah, you can see 1200 right there up that kicker. That was a big attack. You brought Matthew Crabb out with you.
Yeah.
Did you think y'all would be able to roll that?
No, because it's like another junior race where like everybody's afraid to let the breakaway go, so they're not gonna let nothing. They're not gonna let anything go, and I just knew that. So like when everybody's kind of get scared. So when one person goes, the whole field goes. So that's just how it is with junior races. But I knew we weren't gonna stick it, so I just like flicked Matthew Crabb around and was like, you can see how far you can go. I know you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, so in y'all's category, there's no teams. Everyone is an individual rider. So how did that like play out, and how did that animate the race more?
Yeah, it's kind of like with nationals, it's like you're either first or last, because like everybody wants the jersey, but like the thing is nobody really remembers if you got 3rd, 4th, 5th place. And it's like you have to like battle out who can battle out for the longest and who is the strongest. So like I knew this, like if I didn't win, then like it wouldn't really matter as much. But like, so that was actually more motivation so it was actually pretty good. So, but like the field was stacked. The field was strong. Like the first like 10 minutes we were going really hard, and it was really tough. But yeah, it was like if you're not really first, then you're kind of last for the nationals.
Awesome. Let's skip to the last lap and see how the end of this race unfolds. All right, here we fast forward a little bit. We are headed into 1 lap to go. Eli, you are tail gunning this group of around 15 or so riders. You need to move up. How are you gonna do that?
I don't know, because like everybody knows that everybody's just gonna go pretty slow. So like I was at the back because I didn't want to just get to the front and then be stuck pulling. So like I kind of like let people take the wheel in front of me, and then I knew I had to make the right move and just like try and stick it from there. So like now I'm actually starting to move up, like wanting to move up right now, because like I don't want to be stuck like 15th place going into the little kicker. So I think I like get up there. I don't know, but like taking the lines, I think I passed pretty much everybody on the little kicker.
Yeah,
like,
I think someone's attacking on the hill coming up right here. So someone clearly does not feel confident enough in their sprint, and they want to try an early move, but you recognize it. Oh, that was sketchy. You move up a ton of positions on the hill, and now you're up to like 5th or so. So are you happy with your position?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. And like Matthew Crab's just like right behind me, and like this guy in front of me is losing the wheel a little bit. And like you can't do that going down this hill doing like 40. So like I'm trying to like pass people, and then I see this little opening, and I just go, and like my foot unclips a little bit. Yeah, it unclips, and like everybody just like kind of sits there. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then this guy in front of me just hops on the front, and I was like, perfect. It's like a little lead out, a little more, and sitting in the draft. And then I just light it up right here. I was like, I need to like gap as many people as possible, because I knew Matthew Crab was right there on the wheel, and I kind of kept looking back to see where he was, and like I just had to hold like 900 to the finish to take the dub.
Dang, national criterium champion for the junior men 13-14. That was an amazing race. Eli boy, congrats. Gonna be rocking the Stars and Stripes this year. How does it feel?
It is dope. It is awesome.
Let's go!
On such a long sprint, he can hardly.
Let's go! What a win. Post-race, Eli, natty champ, how was it? What'd you do to win?
Pretty good. On the hill, I got like unclipped on accident. And then over here, I kind of unclipped a little bit. About to go, and then right here, some guy flew up my inside to give me a little lead out or whatever, I don't know. And I started my sprint.
I'm Matthew's grandfather. Great job. You did a great
Thank
job.
you.
There you go.
Then we went over here.
Nice win.
Thank you. Awesome. Pretty much led me out to like the street light, and then I just took it from there.
What was the max power you put down?
Do I know yet? look on the Strava.
That sprint was massive.
Yeah, thank you.
Natty champ, that's incredible. Nice job.
And your 2023 National Criterium Champion, riding for Bros Ride Bikes, Eli Watson. There is your podium, ladies and gentlemen. Kason Smith, Diego Duran, Sylvan Geralds, Matthew Crab, Eli Watson for Bros Ride Bikes.
Let's go. Big Natty champ jersey. That's how he's doing it.
Jack, is he gonna drop Little Dog?
Here it is.
Little ring?
The race looks really hard. It's definitely going to be a fast tempo the whole time.
The plan is just hang in. I'm not gonna attack at all. I'm not gonna follow anything. Stay with the group. If a break goes, so be it. I'm gonna wait for the sprint. Gotta be aggressive.
Get in position.
Probably gonna fight for, I'm assuming it's gonna be EF on the front, then Enzo from hot tubes. Now I'm gonna try and fight for his wheel and then give it my best sprint at the end. That's the plan, but sometimes plans don't go to plan, so we'll see what happens in the race.
Yep, let's go.
Alrighty guys, now we have jumped to the Junior Men 15-16 Criterium National Championships. This is my camera, and man, we got off to a really hot start. The field is stacked. We've got EF, hot tubes, and 1,000 of other strong riders. I think our field was 40, so yeah, it's just an insanely stacked field. And as y'all saw, my plan was to sit in and wait for a sprint, but that is not how this race unfolds. So immediately from the gun, we're off to a really fast start, and I just kind of start losing positions. I fade my way to the back, and yeah, I kind of start tail gunning.
Yeah, and like you were saying, your plan didn't really go as you were really hoping for the field sprint. A group of 2 went up the road. A group of 2. What were you thinking in like when you knew they were gone, kinda?
Yeah, I did a horrible job at staying up front in the first 15 minutes of this race. So I actually did not know there was a breakaway until like probably halfway through. And then I recognized it, and there was an EF rider in it. And I was like, oh, this is super threatening because they're just going to be covering moves and not pulling through. So yeah, that was processing through my mind. And I was just like, I got to get up, move up towards the front. And even if I don't bridge, I at least have to pull it back because that move could go all the way.
Yeah, and like, what'd you do? How'd you get up there? Like I was standing on the sidelines. I was like shocked that you're actually trying to go, because like nobody else tried to go catch the breakaway. They were kind of just sat up.
Yeah, so as you can see right here, I kind of start moving my way to the front. I passed like 8 riders, so now I'm not on the very back, but I'm still not where I want to be. So coming into the finishing straight, I think it was Harry on the front. He does a big attack. Enzo closes it down and doesn't pull through, so it goes nowhere. That breakaway is still up the road, and then the slingshot effect happens, and I was near the back, so I just keep holding my consistent like 400 watts or whatever, and I end up gapping those guys. They were toast from that attack, and yeah, just no one wanted to chase, and so I was able to hold a consistent like 400, 450 and make my way up to the break. So yeah, now we're in this breakaway of 3 with an EF rider, so it's definitely looking like a really good breakaway that can make it to the line. But I wanted to extend our gap as much as possible, so on the descent I just put in a really big dig, because that's where breakaways usually lose the most time. So yeah, I wanted to get this gap out and roll this thing to the line.
Yeah, and you actually executed that perfectly. You guys all kind of like worked great as a team to establish like a 25-second gap around there. And like you guys, the field kind of knew like they had to work together to pull you back. And like either EF, EF on 2 guys, they were helping block the field because they had a rider up there. And it was just like you guys worked great together, and it was all up to the sprint. What happened on that last lap?
Yeah, let's jump to the last lap and see how it played out. Alrighty, we are going into 1 to go here, and the breakaway games have started. I think I flicked through right here, and Peyton did not want to pull through. He doesn't want to get stuck on the front, and so now I am stuck pulling these 2 other riders behind me, who we happen to be in a breakaway with 3 sprinters, but I did not know who this 3rd kid was. So my plan, what was processing through my head, was Peyton was going to launch the sprint early and it was a slight headwind, slight 1%, and he was gonna burn out and I was gonna come around. That was what was going through my head, but it did not really play out that way. You can see I'm still stuck on the front, but you know, we also don't want to get caught by the field. We have a 20-second gap or whatever, and we wanted to be mindful and not get caught, because third place, guaranteed third place, is definitely better than a pack field finish. So we were minding the gap, and yeah, just wanting to make sure we stayed away, but we also all wanted to win. So around that corner, I took a really wide line and pulled my brakes, which forced those other two riders to go around, and now I'm sitting in perfect position headed into the field sprint.
Yeah, and from this, it's kind of looking like everybody's playing like games and stuff, and like you guys were going pretty slow, and like the field is like still wanting to catch you guys a little bit, and like you were saying, like you guys were all like sprinters, and like what were you feeling like before like these last couple turns?
Yeah, right here, Caden gives Peyton like a weird little tap, almost as if they were teammates. I don't know what that was, but then he kind of like leads him out right here. He came up to me after the race and told me he can hit like 1400 watts. So he is a big sprinter. And they just kind of gapped me out on that corner starting into the sprint. And I mean, I'm doing a ton of power right here, but it's just not enough to get back on terms. And yeah, Peyton ended up winning. Huge congrats to him. He's defending champion, so he went back-to-back national criterium champion.
Jack's racing his race. We're watching, filming. He's doing a little tail gunning. I don't know if it's a little easier, but hopefully he knows what can save his energy. Jack made the break. We got like a 10-second gap. It's maybe a little more.
We're good to see some bros ride bikes into that group, because they're going to be inspired, because they're
getting a little scared. They're trying to pull it back.
Earlier in our men's
hopefully
junior
EF
race,
gets on the front and slows it down. But if Jack can make the break, that's a guaranteed podium right there.
I'm so proud of you. You have no idea.
Nice work making the break.
Making that break. That was incredible.
Nationals 2023 is a wrap, and it's been an awesome time out here in Virginia, Roanoke. And all of our races were very tough. Lots of strong guys out there. And it was very, very brutal, and the heat was insane.
Yeah, our first time at Nationals was just an awesome experience. Bringing home a jersey, Eli boy, me getting on the podium in the crit, it was a huge comeback after that road race. So yeah, it was just a wild week of emotions. I was so excited when Eli came across that line and posted up. Nationals was just a super awesome trip, and we're excited to go back next year.
Yeah, as always,
you know it, bros ride bikes.